and welcome to Chatroom. And this is the program where we'll be talking about the hottest stories in Thailand as well as social media dramas. I'm Nad Bunap.
I'm Frank Kanshi.
I'm Warisala Sehan.
First of all, Happy New Year once
Happy
again.
New Year!
2024. Yeah.
2024 is so fast, right?
I know, time flies when we're having fun, and it's now 2024. So I hope that 2024 will be a great year for all of you. And when we're talking about New Year celebrations, I'm pretty sure that many of you have been enjoying the New Year fireworks as well, whether it's on site or at home. So how did you celebrate?
I celebrate at home, of course, because I didn't want to, join those very big crowds because in front of Central World or Icon Sam, there are so many people there.
I know,
but
right?
this time I stay home.
Yeah.
I choose to stay home.
Yeah, I stayed at home as well, enjoying the New Year broadcast.
Yeah.
So there's like a broadcast both in Thailand and they actually broadcast it like from other countries as well. So we get to enjoy fireworks from around the world. How about you?
Well, I celebrate New Year at home too. Because, of course, I don't really I'm not really a fan of like many people or like crowns,
Or loud
noises.
noises.
Yes,
right?
loud noises too.
Right, and I'm pretty sure that many of you have either enjoyed watching the fireworks either through the live broadcast on TV or on site. And if you are wowed by the stunning fireworks in Thailand, you should also be proud to know that CNN has chosen Bangkok as one of the top destinations to watch the New Year fireworks. So CNN has recently published an article on its website listing the 10 of the best Bangkok places for New Year's Eve fireworks, parties, and more. And that also includes celebrating New Year's in Bangkok. The CNN article wrote that Bangkok often comes to mind when travelers seek out Asia's best nightlife cities, while suggesting readers to catch an amazing fireworks show at Icon Siam, which is a major shopping and entertainment destination along the Chao Phraya River, like what you're seeing right there. This is the fireworks display at Icon Siam on New Year's Eve towards New Year's Day. So you can see how amazing it looks. And other cities topping the list in that particular article include Sydney, Taipei, Dubai, Cape Town, Rome, London, Rio de Janeiro, New York City, and Las Vegas. And at Icon Siam, it has been reported that over 50,000 fireworks spanning 1,400 meters were set off along the Chao Phraya River as part of the Amazing Thailand Countdown event. Look at that. How fascinating
So
and
stunning.
spectacular indeed. So you can see that many people were there watching the New Year fireworks at Icon Siam, and it was also broadcasted on CNN as well. So CNN has actually broadcasted the live New Year fireworks from Icon Siam, and it was also on CNN as well. And then its correspondent Will Ripley was also there as well from Wat Arun Ratchawararam, reporting the atmosphere, the New Year fun and vibes right there as well. So it is proud. It is like a source of pride for many Thais that Icon Siam is actually one of the best places to watch the New Year fireworks and being on the top 10 as well.
And it's just, kind of like a mixture between tradition and the modern celebration, right? Because as what you said about CNN, the Will Ripley, the correspondent, came to Thailand to have the live broadcast in front, actually across the Wat Arun. So we can see, of course, the traditional side, and we also see this in front of, actually at Central World. This is the fireworks. I think next time in the New Year Eve of 2024, I would buy the ticket for the cruise and to see the fireworks on the cruise, to see the fireworks at Icon Siam, because some of my friends actually did it and they told me that it's unforgettable experience for them.
Right. I think there are many ways to enjoy the New Year fireworks. It doesn't necessarily have to be right at Icon Siam. It could be anywhere. It could be on the cruise, or even you can book a hotel or go to one of the riverside restaurants where you can actually witness these fireworks as well. There are so many places. So just have to pick the right location just to watch this spectacular fireworks show.
And you can
Yeah.
see on that scene, this scene too, you can see fireworks there on top of the screen, but at the right side is Wat Arun, right? If I'm
Yeah.
not wrong. And you can see actually, you just see the screen and you can see all the temples and of course the royal palace there.
Well, me on the other hand, well, I wasn't in Bangkok during New Year.
right.
I went home, and of course, I stay home, right?
Yeah.
But like, I really like the idea of like having temples right opposite across the river.
Yeah.
So some people like pray over the New Year. So I think that what I will be doing next year,
Yeah.
or maybe this year, like in
Yeah.
the end of this year.
Yes.
Yes.
So anyway, there are many ways to celebrate the New Year's, but for some people may not be into fireworks, but they decided to go to temples for mass prayers instead. So because some people believe that attending these mass prayers at temples will give them prosperity throughout the year. So one of the temples were Wat Benjamapapit that held mass prayers over the New Year's as well, and it was also broadcast on Thai PBS on that day as well. Some people decided to attend mass prayers because it's like a Buddhist thingy.
Yeah.
Like for those who are Buddhists, they felt like attending mass prayers means that it will actually bring them good luck, fortune. Hopefully, they will become healthier or wealthier for 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, or some people just feel peaceful when they go to the temple, especially at the New Year Eve. Before the
Yeah.
New Year comes, people want to feel serene inside, right?
Yeah, I did. Well, I did go to the mass prayer like about a few years ago, and I can feel that many people still, believe that praying over the New Year will kind of like bring you joy and peace as well, and maybe like forgot about the past.
Kind of like a start over, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll start over. Like it's like the first page of the 365 pages of a new book.
Yeah, but like one thing that we kind of like need to keep in mind on, it is suffocating in the crowns at the New Year countdown places.
Right.
Remember, I'm not sure if you guys have seen the video about a lot of crown.
Yeah.
There was
In front
a lot
of
of crown.
Central World,
Road.
Yeah, Central
Kind of
World.
like a replica of in Taiwan, Christmas last year. But eventually there was no casualties. But the scene there was really disturbing at that time when I saw it on X too.
Yeah, and when it's like it gives people like some sort of disturbing images, and it does recall the incident of Itaewon during the
Yes.
Halloween event where everyone was really crowded, jam-packed, and people were suffocated, and people died as well. So that particular video that circulated on X, where people had to climb over over the wall, like at
To
Central
escape,
World. Yeah,
like to escape the crowd.
because these events you can always expect like thousands of people, and to get out of it, everyone was rushing. So do be careful when you attend these events, or if not, find like an alternative location where you can enjoy the fireworks as well.
Right.
And while many people were enjoying the fireworks, some families would not be happy if the sound of fireworks scared their dogs or cats away.
Oh God, all our
Yeah.
Yeah.
animals.
How disturbing
Yes.
is that? Imagine like your dog or a cat just ran away from your house because of the fireworks, and it was on a New Year's Day.
I
Yeah,
would be
and-
very angry, I think.
Like people are enjoying like the fireworks, but on the other hand, pets, dogs, and cats, or even other animals are were so scared of it.
Yeah, and this has raised a lot of awareness on social media in Thailand because the hashtag Mahai or missing dog became top trending on X on New Year's Day after netizens' pets went missing because of the sounds of the New Year fireworks, which scared them away from their homes. Many pet owners took to X to seek help, posting photos of their missing pets, details of their location, and when the pets were missing, including the owner's contact information, hoping that they will be reunited with their furry friends. Meanwhile, Watchdog Thailand Foundation revealed that it has received 16 reports of missing pets, including missing stray dogs during the New Year period, mostly in Bangkok and nearby provinces. But there's one successful story, was that they found a missing poodle in Samut Prakan and it has been reunited with the owner. However, not everyone is lucky because there have been unfortunate cases where dogs were injured or killed in car accidents as they ran away from the noise of fireworks. So this is actually a great reminder for many people during New Year's or whatever celebration it is that requires fireworks. Because, and one thing we have to mention is that Chinese New Year is coming up really soon, and fireworks are there, you know, the firecrackers as well. And these loud noises would actually scare these pets away. So people have been trying to like raise awareness that please be careful or at least take care of your pets. Just like lock the doors, lock the gates, because dogs can actually just jump out of your house.
Yeah, cats as well.
Yeah, cats as well. I think both animals, they are really afraid of those noises, of course. I think it's better for the owner to put them into a secure location first, as what you say, lock the door, or just, you know, have the rope on their neck first, and just help them to be away from the noises. Or I don't know how to call it, because it's very heartbreaking to see this, as in dogs or cats or actually other animals, they would just flee away from the location.
Yeah, of course, and most of these animals are quite sensitive to loud noises to begin with. And we don't need to mention animals, even babies. Even babies or young children, they do get really sensitive in terms of loud noises. And you can always expect them to cry, because to bear with this noise is already very hard for babies.
And it's not 1 second noise, it's long lasting, maybe 2 to 3
like
minutes.
imagine the fireworks at Icon Siam, it's already like 5 minutes. Like imagine having to bear with that throughout that 5-minute period. Like for some locations went up to like almost 10 minutes.
And those animals might, just like this dog, as what we said, just saw, crawl in the bush, and it's very hard to find them.
And it's really sad to hear that some pets have died in car accidents because they're trying to escape from the noise of the fireworks.
And of course, I'm pretty sure that they didn't even know where to head at. Like when they escaped the noise from the fireworks. Yes, well, actually I have a cat, and when it's in the time that fireworks is about to go, I just lock the gate and close the door and be with my cat, because I'm pretty sure that, of course, apart from closing the gate or like lock the door, you need to be accompanied with your pets too.
All the time.
Yes. Well, not only the noise, but like other things too. You have to be aware of firecrackers, as you said. Well, I'm not really a big fan of noisy sound, but like fireworks is okay, but firecrackers, not even pets. Me, I'm not a big fan. I'm still scared of firecrackers too.
Yeah, like fireworks, firecrackers, or even loudspeakers. Like, you know, during concerts, they would put like very loud speakers, and that would be really annoying for certain families and of course animals as well. But when we're talking about these fireworks, people do get scared, animals and pets do get scared. And even buffaloes can get scared as well, because there has been an incident where a buffalo seems to be scared of fireworks and end up blocking the way, like in the middle of the road. And that happened in Bangkok, in Soi Ram Kam Hang 118, where police had to tell the buffalo to leave because they are actually blocking the road. But it is assumed that the buffalo was really scared of the fireworks, and they didn't know where to go. So they had to they end up blocking like in this road.
Yeah, I mean they could be from very like far away from that area, because I'm quite surprised when I heard that this incident is actually in Bangkok because we're not really seeing like a lot of
Look at
buffaloes in Bangkok.
That the buffalo was like sitting in the middle of the
Yeah,
road
yeah.
and it's like blocking people's way. And imagine people having to like use that road and then like have to drive back home. Seeing
I mean, it's
buffaloes.
surprising. Like, oh,
Yeah.
where you guys come from?
Judging from the video, actually, it's kind of like a residential area, right?
Yeah, it is a
It's not a farming area, so it's kind of like, where are they coming from?
exactly.
And,
Like imagine them like sitting in the middle of the
Yeah.
road and blocking people's way when people are trying to get back home. But like it took around like 5 minutes for the police to like chase them away.
The police, well,
Looks
he's
professional to
yeah,
chase the
professional
buffalo.
and friendly to the pets too.
Yes, yes.
Yep, สวัสดีครับคุณควาย Imagine that. Like
Yeah.
this has went viral on social media recently. It's just something to give people the smiles during New Year's. Like even buffaloes can get scared of fireworks.
Yes,
So
yes. So,
have to take care of our own pets.
yeah, be
Right.
very mindful. Be with them, not only lock the gates.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, during New Year's, you guys were at home
Yeah.
celebrating New Year's, right?
Yeah.
But many Thais they chose top destinations such as Japan to spend that New Year.
Right.
However, during the celebration, a shocking story happened as Thai recounted experiencing the moment of a 7.6 Richter magnitude earthquake in Japan. On January 1st, earthquakes struck Ishikawa province in the central part of Japan, accompanied by 6 major aftershocks. The epicenter was in Noto Peninsula, and the tremors affected large areas, including Osaka, a province popular among Thais. A TikTok user shared her experience during the earthquake. While staying in a hotel in Osaka with her husband, they felt the vibration around 4 p.m. and promptly evacuated the hotel. She expressed fear recalling a similar earthquake in Turkey the previous year. Fortunately, there were no injuries reported. Although some people were screaming and scared, the Japanese locals appeared normal to the situation. Given that Osaka is considered safe and located quite far from the Noto Peninsula. Another TikTok user shared his experience at Disneyland, where everyone in the building had to sit on the ground and rides were halted. He mentioned feeling dizzy during the vibration. In a separate TikTok video, another Thai individual recounted feeling the vibration after receiving an earthquake warning notification. People ran to escape. After that, he reassured viewers that the location was safe. Prime Minister Srettha has directed all authorities to look after Thais affected by the earthquake. As of now, there are no reports of Thais being injured.
I think it's a very, very tragic event for Japan.
Yes.
Even if it's just the first day of January, they have to experience that. I think
Yeah.
this is the first point. The second point is that I think in Thailand we wouldn't experience earthquake that much because maybe just Chiang Rai or
Yeah,
Chiang
or
Mai,
in
the northern
northern
part of Thailand, sometimes may feel the tremors, no matter from Myanmar or from China. I'm from Taiwan, which is on the, actually the fire circle.
Ring of fire. Right?
Yeah, ring of the fire of the earthquake. Normally, when I was an elementary student, my teacher already told me that what to do. Until university, we also have that kind of drill. So maybe in the building, you have to hide yourself on the very solid table. If
Yeah.
you couldn't, you have to find the poles of the pillar of the building, and you have to stand next to that. Or if you have chance to leave the building, you have to go immediately to the space.
Yes.
So I think this time for the earthquake, we see maybe dozens of casualties there. This is, I think, contribute to Japanese training in experiencing in earthquakes for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, one thing that we should talk about is the earthquake warning notification. Or even, I mean, a guy said in his video on TikTok that he's got notification like before the earthquake, before he's even like felt the vibrations. So I think Japan I think Japan has a very kind of like good protocols or guidelines for people in order to drill or to prevent the earthquake.
I think for Taiwan too, because in Taiwan we also have the SMS system, so we have kind of like not long, maybe 2 to 5 seconds for you to react, but that 5 seconds might save your life.
Exactly, and we have to say that the alert systems in Japan are really well structured to begin with, because like whenever there is like a natural disaster, you will get a notification like straight away, and the sounds are really loud enough to wake you up and just read the text. Unfortunately, like I was in Japan in December, and I've been there a few times, and there was a moment, there was like a Hagibis typhoon. For that particular year, you would get like a notification like straight away, and it was loud enough to wake you up, and you have to read it. But during that time, the system wasn't that developed because it was only in Japanese, and we had to use a different apps to read the actual text. But now I think it has improved, where it has included other languages, like the language that they speak, whether it's English, Thai, or any other language. So you can see that Japan is well prepared in terms of the alert systems, teaching people how to evacuate from these situations as well.
There's that alarming system that every country should respect for, actually, because no matter it's for earthquake
or tsunami,
that's all that Japanese have to face, actually every day, but because earthquake, we couldn't predict it. We could only predict for 5 seconds. That 5 seconds is what I say, it's a moment for people to save their lives too, but it's a moment that people, as what you said, maybe we sleep at night, and that vibration of the sound really wake us up and go out from the building.
Exactly, and we have to say that I think Thailand has been trying to develop this alert system as well in light of the recent shootings. So Japan would be a great case study for Thailand in order to develop such a system, because Japan has been doing this for decades already.
And one thing is that people were very well responded, were very well responded to the notification, and I mean the media and the authorities were taking a very good care and very like mindful and careful, for the Japanese.
Yeah, very alarming system there, and I think of course Japanese, they will also again upgrade all the system, because this time the earthquake also caused tsunami to the central part of Thailand too. Japan too. So we actually, when I see the live programs from Japanese TV station, they have that kind of very responsive system, and to show on TV screen too for people, not just for young people, for older people, all generations.
Yeah, and at the same time, even like TV channels in Japan, they would also have like an English simulcast, and this is really important because there are tons of foreigners there, tourists, expats. They would have like a specific English simulcast where they would translate what the news anchor was saying like straight away, or even have like a separate program, like a small program where they would inform the foreigners what to prepare, especially like if there's a typhoon coming, if there's anything that is going to happen, if it's going to affect them, they will inform them straight away.
What I watch is actually the anchor spoke, of course, in Japanese, and the subtitle is in Japanese, but the subtitle flashed for 2 seconds as in English.
Yeah.
So it's very good for foreigner like us to see if we were in that epic
Yeah.
center and we can leave immediately.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate for Japan because like in the first few days of 2024, they experienced an earthquake and there was a plane crash as well, like at Haneda Airport. And luckily, everyone survived on that Japan Airlines aircraft, but unfortunately, 5 people died from the other plane.
Yes, the Coast Guard plane. And actually the Coast Guard was about to carry all the resources to the central part of Japan to help those who are affected.
Yeah, very tragic.
Very tragic, but of course we wish them the best, all the Japanese, and of course those affected by the earthquake. And next one, of course, we talk about New Year.
Yep.
We talk about transportation. Have you guys been to Mo Chit bus terminal?
Yeah.
I've been there because I
I've been
took
there too.
bus to North before. So I understand that, of course, this is a very big terminal, bus terminal for not just for local Thai people and foreigners like me who want to explore Thailand. But what we have seen during the New Year holiday, one of the MP from Move For Party actually pointed out how broken the bus terminal is, despite its pivotal role in transporting 60,000 to 100,000 passengers daily, especially during New Year holidays. Move For Party MP Supana Mingchainan pointed out on his X that the terminal was left broken in terms of maintenance and safety upgrades. This MP's recent visit and inspection of the terminal revealed a list of unresolved issues, including the first one, all 5 escalators are non-functional, and you can see on the screen now. The malfunction of passenger elevators further aggravates accessibility issue. 10 out of 15 fire extinguishers are reported to be out of order. Essential facilities like the first aid room and breastfeeding room remain closed. Waiting areas are not equipped with air conditioning. Ticket vending machine lay unused. Poorly designed walkways challenge the mobility of challengers, particularly those with disabilities. Dark lighting across the terminal raises safety and security concerns. Several areas within the terminal are abandoned and occupied by squatters. Unclear signage confuse local and foreign passengers. Illegal taxi and motorcycle taxi exploiting passengers by overcharging a pervasive indirect connection from the bus terminal to the BTS station. The public frustration is apparent, especially with recent reports of overpriced tickets, a stark example of exploitation during peak travel times. Illegal motorcycle taxis were also observed fleeing the site upon noticing the presence of journalists. Suggestions have been made to utilize vacant government building and school facilities to accommodate passengers during peak times. These practical solutions highlight urgent need for cooperation among various agencies to address the terminal's multitude of issues, the MP Supana said. There's a new issue that people are complaining about, which is ghost tickets being sold at higher prices. Normally they are around 400, but during holiday season, they are being sold for 60, 150 baht. So actually, there are a lot of things to be fixed. I think the most important thing is, for me, is the fire extinguishers, because when fire happens, people as the first, the travelers as the first person or first people, the group on site who wants to, of course, extinguish the fire, but of course, 5 of them, 10 out of them are out of order. This is actually the MP Supana from the Move For Party already suggested to the government of Srettha in September to deal with all these kind of issues that have to be solved immediately. But of course, during the holiday season, we haven't seen any improvement.
And where's the budget?
Yes, where's the budget? Today we see that
Where's the
3 trillion
budget?
budget from the government, but we haven't seen that being fixed.
Oh, I thought there was supposed to be like a budget to fix all these issues.
Yeah.
And one thing that stood out to me out of all the 13 issues that MP Supana said, the 5 escalators being malfunctioned. Like, oh my God, how can you leave this
Yeah.
And
Oh my God, no.
Imagine old people, I mean, coming to work in Bangkok, and we have to carry all those big luggages and
Yeah.
up to the terminal platform. Oh gosh.
And I believe that there are about like more than 3 floors at Mo Chit station,
Yeah.
Mo Chit terminal bus station, and I mean, given that the escalator, the
escalators and the elevators
yes,
too?
yes, are malfunctioned now.
Yeah.
I mean, for me personally, I went to Mo Chit during the holidays, and fortunately for me that I didn't have to take like an escalator or
Yeah.
elevator up, but for all elderlies.
Yes.
And it's not just 2 bags when they, carry the luggages to back home. It's more than 2. Of course, not even mention about the kids and, no aircon available
No aircon
during
is
wedding
like
areas.
No aircon is like the worst thing
Yes.
that you could
Yeah.
ever experience, especially when you're traveling. Because like no aircon is, and thinking about like how many people are using the bus terminal.
Yeah.
Like
the-
looking at that, it's
Yeah.
like yeah, if you have no aircon, you're gonna suffocate.
In Thailand with the very hot, hot weather and
Well, even though not during hot season, even during cold season like this, but with the PM 2.5 issue, you want us to like breathe in the air pollution?
Yeah.
No, it's like okay. The
It will
issues-
become
yeah.
terminal will become a sauna room for passengers. I
sauna
think.
room.
Because
yes.
maybe inside it's harder than outside because so many people, you can see maybe 100 to 1,000 people inside the terminal without air condition. It's torturing.
Of
I think
course,
so.
like not having the escalators, not having the elevators to help the passengers, and consider that some of them do not even work as well.
Yeah.
This is already like a nightmare for many of the travelers, and considering that there are also other issues like restroom facilities,
Yes.
and how can you make this such a problem? Because like, what if you really need to go to the restroom before you travel, and if there are
Yes.
not enough? And not just not enough, what if they're dirty?
Yeah.
The dirty thing, it would be like, come on.
Yeah, I rather like keep it to myself and
Okay, no,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
need to go in detail because like,
oh, okay.
just dirty bathrooms are already a nightmare for many of the travelers to begin with. And just imagine if some of the toilets are not working as well.
And
Well,
it's the image for Thailand because it's,
Yeah.
as what I said, it's not just local tourists, foreign tourists.
Foreigners.
They also use this terminal to go to other provinces. And imagine as what you said, dirty toilet or malfunction toilet, no escalator, no lifts.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God,
and even
no
the walkways, and even the poorly designed walkways. And so even this is already like a challenge for passengers.
Yeah.
But what about those with disabilities? How are they going to navigate that?
And you can see all of this unused, malfunctioned, and of course, MP Supana already flagged these issues in September last year, but we haven't seen any progress in 3 months until the holidays.
Well, this might have been a problem for like many years already. People may have raised this issue many, many times, but what are they doing at the moment? What are they doing?
How about the 3 trillion budget that government just presented? So we have to see.
Speaking of the ghost tickets too.
Yeah.
I think this is a very serious topic for travelers because of course when we are like outside of the town, people are coming in and coming back. We don't know, like some people might experience this in the first time, like going to buy a ticket, like intending to go back home and then get like ghost tickets on. And
Yeah, because demand more than supply, so that's why the price going up. But it's illegal one. People, if you see someone selling tickets about 650 or more than that, more than usual, please do not buy it because it's just exploiting people.
Yeah, be mindful and do your research before buying tickets.
So last story about today, we want to turn the spotlight to government house. So Prime Minister Srettha, of course, recently has done a bedroom tour for reporters to see what his bedroom at the government house looks like, as he told reporters that he will be staying in from January 7th onwards. Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin unveiled his own bedroom to reporters, which is located on the second floor of the Thai Kufa building of the government house. He said that he will be sleeping in the bedroom after January 7th, which he said will be an auspicious time for him. As you can see, his bedroom at the government house looks simply luxurious, featuring a king-size bed with white bed linen, a medium-sized TV screen, a sofa, and beige-colored curtains. It also includes a small meeting room and a workspace next to his bedroom. Srettha indicated his intention to move to government house shortly after he took office last year, citing a desire to alleviate the daily traffic congestion caused by his motorcade. He explained that his personal residence is in the heart of Bangkok, and traveling to and from it in a motorcade worsens the already heavy traffic. The government house has served as the office of Thai Prime Minister since March 1942, but Srettha will be the first to make the place his home as well. In September, he announced plans to spend 3 or 4 nights a week there, especially on days he has to work late.
It looks like they have chosen a room that used to be like an office within the government house, and then they decided to refurbish it into like a bedroom for the prime minister and a separate workspace for him as well. So it's pretty interesting, and it is not often that we would get like a sneak peek of his bedroom in the government house as well.
Especially it's for Thai PBS team, right? Of course, we can see one of Thai PBS prominent figure there with Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin. But I'm not sure if this is appropriate or not, because I personally do not like this idea to let, of course, journalists to see it, because it links to the security for the Prime Minister too. Of course, we haven't seen too many things there about the shot from inside the government house to outside. So I think it's still safe there, but yeah.
With the bedroom tour thingy, we might be familiar with that with celebrities or influencers. Like there are like a few like Thai TV programs where they go through like bedroom tours of famous celebrities, but that would come from the consent of celebrities joining the program as well. But we normally don't get to see bedroom tours of politicians, especially like the prime minister right here. So that is really exclusive.
I mean, it looks very luxurious with all the color, all the tone. Maybe this is what Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin likes. Of course, you can see all the design there looks pretty good.
Yeah, and one thing we have to note that he used to be like a real estate tycoon. So he must have like some sort of specific like preference or taste when it comes to like interior design as well, because like real estate covers everything, exterior, interior, and all the small details. So of course, like the bedroom in the government house should reflect some sort of style.
Well, I was thinking, isn't this is the first time that PM Srettha Thavisin or PM in Thailand revealed his bedroom in the government house? It is his first time, like any of the world.
Yeah, but it's actually like based on this story, Srettha will be the first to make the place his home as well. So like he said, he's gonna stay here late, especially when he has to work late. But then like, of course, there's gotta be like some other days where he will be staying at home, spending time with his wife and his family.
Yeah, but because normally for the Prime Minister, I mean previous Prime Minister, they had their own the house for them, Ban Pisanuro, right, on the same street. So maybe this time he wants to try something new in the government house.
And we have to say that Srettha has been doing many things that are quite unconventional for a Thai prime minister. Like imagine like previous administrations, we won't get to see any of this to begin with. And not to mention his soft diplomacy, dressing
Dress,
himself up with like
tie.
Yeah.
the socks, the tie, and
Christmas celebration.
Yeah.
like remember when he dressed up as a reindeer? This is
Yes.
something that we don't get to see from
Yeah.
like previous administrations. So Srettha has been trying to like do something new so that people can talk about the government like on like brighter sides.
Yeah, create a new image for Thai people to, trust the administration and his power in the house.
And just goes to show that even the prime minister has something fun to do, and
Yeah.
and there is something fun to talk about the prime minister Srettha Thavisin as well. All right, and that wraps up tonight's edition of Thai PBS World Chat Room. Join us every Wednesday at 6 p.m. on Thai PBS World Facebook and YouTube. And don't forget to follow us on social media, including our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest updates about Thailand as well as analyses. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ